And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Keep playing hard.
Let's go. 8 read.
Mike 50.
Bang. Protein spill. Hey. Hey, wahoo. Hit it.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his first look is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check. Watch out.
Go out.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Slam. Mike 52.
Ready.
2nd and 10. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Check nickel. Watch the shit. Hey, watch the shit.
Five.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's complete to John Ross. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But in this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked.
Hey, seam 6. Big grip.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, exit.
52, Mike 52. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
Now.
They'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Watch the shot.
Bravo.
Undercut. Mike 52. Marcus, defense, Marcus.
Fire.
He'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. John Ross, 65 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Partner, I think we can all agree that that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key to it all, going for it on 4th down earlier in the drive. Set a tone for it, and the best part, they made it pay off.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Check 20.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's complete to Sharp. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Crunch, go. 31's the mic.
You ain't a alpha. You ain't got nothing. Get it.
Now Warner. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Warner. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeMarcus Lawrence able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Brings up 3rd down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
4 down.
Break.
Stay with your man.
Smooth.
He's tight on the right. Hey. 4 down. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Shit.
Hey, Sam on.
Warner from the gun. Going up top. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. That'll be a 47-yard punt officially, 5 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Dorsett. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Set, ready? 60 yards. Hey, orbit.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
New Mike 52, Mike 52.
3 bugs, 3 bugs.
Quick dash, quick dash.
Hey, 2.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. A first down run by Barkley unsuccessful as he won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
Let's go. 91.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Set up. 8, read.
Set the tone, defense, let's go.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Safety screaming. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Wide, get wide.
Big trip, big trip.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Get it, baby. Boom.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Cowboys 7, Giants nothing.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Come on, set. 10-2 stop.
Let's get some penetration.
Check 9, check 9.
Sponge. No. Check 24, check 24.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. 31's the mic.
Watch the slats, watch the slats.
Now.
from the gun on third down. Warner. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. 23 yards on the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. To throw on 2nd down, Warner. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Eluding the pressure right. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Walker. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up the 3rd down.
Hey, echo.
They'll look to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, standing just outside his own goal line. That's pulled in at the 32. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
That's got to be a long.
Yo, go.
Alert flare, flare.
Rock it.
13. Check 13.
Kill. Check.
Hey, Charlie. 61, matchbox lights.
Out of the gun, here's Warner. He's got Cruz complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go. 60 or.
Check. Watch 54.
Look. Squeeze.
Out.
Bam. Shoot.
A first down carry for Barkley. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Hey, you don't want to see me.
Hey, Haywood.
25. Check 25.
Hatchet.
Big grip.
Now a first down throw, Warner. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A 22-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Touchdown, Giants. Albert Rosas lining up for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Come on,
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey. 5.
It'll be Warner on 1st down. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The play fake. Now Warner. And he'll find Hall. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Look at me. Go.
He's checking.
Hey, wahoo.
Go.
On 1st and 10, Warner. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, stand off.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Hey, seam 6.
Record. Deuce. Kill.
Hey, exit. Go.
Warner to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
1st and 10 at the 26.
Bravo.
Shoot.
Throwing on 1st down. Warner. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. That's sort of a 2nd quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a 2nd one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the 2nd.
Now it's Dorsett. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 7-yard line.
So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Set 70, Indy.
Target.
Hey! Hey! Hey, Alpha!
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Time to go, night-night.
Check 52.
Shoot!
Operating from the gun. Warner gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Watch out, watch out.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Slam.
Go! Snap!
On 2nd down, Warner. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Here I come again.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Tight end right. 4 down.
Check nickel. Watch the shift.
Now!
On 4th down, Warner. And that is going to be incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Here's a 2nd and 7. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And 7 yards to go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Look at me, zipper!
Watch the twist. Check.
Rock it. Hey, foxtrot. Let's go.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Alec Ogletree drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
All done, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, Delta. Topper, Topper.
D, get the ball right here. Let's go. 31's the mic. I want that. Give me that ball, defense.
Hey, Orbit.
Give me that ball, defense. Check the hot read. Check. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Check three, check three, check three.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the stick, 2nd and 15.
Hey, Zoom. Ready?
From the gun, Warner. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Set, ready? 70, Indy. Now.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick, But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. A running play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick first down. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Get it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Yep.
Hey, watch 13, watch 13.
On 3rd down, Warner trying to lay one up deep. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt and in a big way.
They'll run on 1st down. Walker. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2nd and 6. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
No. Check 24.
Out.
Alert 3.
Ready.
They'll run. It's Dorsett. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
It's now 4th down.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Here we go again. He's coming.
Again, it'll be Dorsett. And he'll have the 1st down as he's up to about the 18. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Back. Look at me. Door. Shoot.
They'll try the left side with Dorsett. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Running right, it's Dorsett. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the give, this is Dorsett. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, two-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth.
Tight end's right. Even. 4 down. Even. Check. No. Off.
Fire.
Following the fumble recovery, Warner. He's going to take another shot here. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Hey, 4 down. Slam. Whip.
Hey, high 7.
He's coming. We got double up.
Hey, Sam on.
Throwing again. Warner. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch twist. Chance. 36. Hey, look, 3.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
60 out long.
31's the mark. 65.
Play action. It's Warner. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
At the 27-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 or.
31's the mic.
Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D.
Go. Hit it.
On first down, Warner. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
61, match back.
To throw, Warner. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be third down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Here we go. 15 line. Hard.
25. Check 25.
Hatchet.
Hey, wahoo. Shoot.
Operating from the gun, Warner. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Rosas now to add the PAT. this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. The run on first down gets them a couple up to the 27. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Look, squeeze. Snap.
And they hand it off to Dorsett. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
Ready? 10 logo.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, switch gears. Check 43. Bang.
Bam.
Switch. Switch.
49. Check 5.
And he'll give it here to his running back across the 30 to the 31-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Ready up.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
We got 4. Big end. Switch.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Set. 30 base.
That's what I do. Tie it right. 4 down. Check. Hey, check.
Go. Hey, exit.
Goose.
Let go.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They'll look to throw. He's got his man Cruz. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. Rosa's kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. This from Tom Dempsey range here. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through. I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. Doesn't look like they're putting anything extra even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
On 1st and 10, Warner. Here we go. This to avoid overtime. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch right. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Check. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Hey, Sam off.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Dude.
They go back to the ground. This time, Barber. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
Got it.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch.
Hey, Alpha. Hey.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And caught by Cruz. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 or.
You better bring. Let me know right
Now.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
You draw quarters.
Undercoach. Check 26, check 26.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
We go for 8 read. Protein spill.
Single, single slot. Check your hot read. Check, crunch.
Leo. Fight.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10.
Shit. Jam.
Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Here we go. 15 line. Hey, lock it.
Check. Fresno.
Get it.
On second down now, Barkley. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Third and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive.
Quick edge. Go. Check 50.
Go.
Warner from the gun. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And Rosas puts this one through. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death. But
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter, his second sack of the night. Back to throw. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50. Rebuff. 50's the mark. 50's the mark. Come on. You better.
Rock it.
Ready?
Back to throw here. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Hey, tight down. There you go.
Hey, Orbit.
Mike is a 15. Check Mike 15.
Check.
Look. Squeeze. Bam.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line.
17.
We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for the Giants, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.